Good morning, everybody. This is Diane in Plant-Based Dallas. It's been a while, but want to do a quick video on how to make a black bean sweet potato chili. We had our jar swap this past weekend, and you can see we've got lots of jars full of veggies and grains and beans that we all swapped. And I'm going to use these jars to make a chili. All right, first things we're going to do is get the pan going. Most of our ingredients have already been cooked. The beans and the sweet potatoes are already cooked, but I do need to saute some onions and garlic. Onions, and then a little bit of garlic. I've got a recipe I'm following to see what ingredients are in it, but I really don't go exactly by the recipe. I mostly go by taste. So we've got onions and garlic going, and some bell peppers. We also had bell peppers in our swap. Thank you, Mary and Greg. I'm going to saute some of the bell peppers. I'm not going to use up all of those. I'm going to save those. So I've got onions, bell peppers, garlic, and I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder. And this recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, so I'll add about 2 tablespoons of chili powder. And then I need some cumin. Gonna add a couple teaspoons of cumin. Cumin goes a long way, so don't add a whole lot. Also calls for oregano. A lot of Spanish dishes, Mexican dishes have oregano. I'm gonna put in another 2 teaspoons. And then some smoky chipotles. I have chipotle powder, a very good favorite of mine. I use that in a lot of things. Add some smokiness flavor, maybe less than a teaspoon of that. And I'm gonna put in a little bit of smoked paprika as well. Okay, so we have our spices again. Let me review what we put in here. We're sauteing garlic, onions, and bell peppers. You can see that right there. And then our spices. We've got chili powder, about 2 tablespoons. We've got cumin, a couple teaspoons. We've got oregano, a couple teaspoons. Maybe a teaspoon of chipotle powder. And maybe a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Okay, so we're going to saute that a little bit to let the spices start to sink in. In the meantime, I'm going to open up, we need 2 cans of tomatoes. I like to get my canned products organic at Walmart. Great value brand. And instead of 2 cans of tomatoes, I'm just going to add 1 large one. Okay. Stir this a little bit. It's getting a little bit soft, really pretty in color. Now this recipe, these are the only vegetables it had, but you could always add really anything you want to your chili because it's the spices that make the chili. Okay, so you got your veggies going. And again, another key thing to chili is after you've combined everything, letting it slow cook on the stove for several hours to let all the spices sink in. Okay, there's our tomatoes. A large can of tomatoes. Gonna stir that up. Got that going. Other ingredients include sweet potatoes. Called for 2 sweet potatoes. So these are already cooked. These were in our jar swap. I'm gonna add them all. That might be more than 2 cups, but that's all right. And then black beans. Thanks to Katie, we've got cooked black beans. 2 cups of those. There they all go in one fell swoop, but that's okay because we're gonna have some good chili. Now you could have used any other kind of bean in this. We just happen to have black beans this week, but if you had adzuki beans or even black-eyed peas, really it's the flavoring that make the peas or the beans into chili. This smells really good. Okay, what else are we missing? It needs a little bit of tomato paste. The recipe calls for 1/4 of a cup, and I had some left over from another recipe earlier this week. So we're going to stir in the tomato paste. So spices, tomatoes, tomato paste, and we might add a little bit of salt. And the only other thing I'm going to add is I like to add flax meal just about to everything. So we'll find our flax meal. Get our good omega-3s in here. And I'm probably going to add some turmeric and black pepper because turmeric is one of those good power foods and no one's going to really know what's in it. We like to add the black pepper with it because it boosts the activity of the turmeric and the absorption. So we add black pepper to the turmeric. Smells so good. And it looks like we have about maybe 8 cups of chili. Let me show you how it looks so far. Can y'all see that? And one other thing that I think I'm going to add, just because it's going to look so good, I'm going to add some corn. Don't forget when you get corn, I just buy the frozen corn. Make sure it's non-GMO, organic, because any of the corn that you find at the grocery stores is usually GMO corn. So you've got to be really careful with the corn and corn products as well. Okay, this looks delicious. I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. This looks wonderful. We're going to let this cook 3 or 4 hours covered on low and let all those spices sink in. So there you go, black bean chili in a mere 7 minutes. Y'all have a great day today. Bye-bye.